doing? It's me, ordinary girl trying to be fabulous. I just thought I would hop on here and tell you a little story. This story is about online dating and the perils of online dating. And if we're friends on Facebook, because I have met a couple of guys who are nice, and I've met them through online dating websites. And even though we didn't work out as a couple, we are still friends. So if we're still friends, this story isn't about you, because I still like you. Even though we didn't work out as a couple, which I guess could be too bad, but maybe it's for the best. So I joined this famous dating website that shall remain nameless because I don't want to get sued. And I had to take a quiz. Now, you take a quiz and they find your soulmate. Well, guess what? They never found my soulmate. I don't know if they found anybody's soulmate, but they certainly never found mine. So they matched me with this guy, and I think the site has changed over the couple of years that I was on it, but they matched me with this guy, and then they have like levels of guided communication. And so we got to the level where we could send each other emails through the website. And we got to that level, and he was okay, I guess. He never, I send you an email, I write a novel, and I ask questions because I want to get to know you. He would say yeah or nah. Which, how hard is it to type out yes or no? But, why aren't you answering my questions? Why are you just saying yes or no? So, I don't know what I was thinking. We decide to meet. And he has to work late on the day we decide to meet, which is not a bad thing. But I have to go up north to meet him. So, being a wise woman of the internet generation, I took some family members. I took my brother-in-law and my sister because, in case I was in a sticky situation and I needed help getting out. Now, girls, we use wisdom. We don't meet guys alone. So I took my brother-in-law and sister. We went up there. They were seated in a different part of the restaurant. We were seated in the restaurant. And I was nervous about meeting him, but not in a good way. I hate to say it, but I wanted to meet him because I wanted to give him a chance. But I was not nervous. I was nervous, but not in a good way, because, I didn't think anything would come of it. But I still wanted to meet him because I wanted to give him a chance. So we're sitting there, and I'm trying to make small talk. And, instead of talking to me, he's answering me in monosyllables. Not even yes or no, just yeah or nah. So I'm just lost because I like to talk. If I send you an email, I send you a novel. I'm sorry, I just like to talk, and I like to write, and I like to send people long things. So, dinner's wrapping up, and our bill comes, and all of a sudden he pops out with, "You're paying for your own dinner, right?" And I was kind of shocked. I'm not necessarily upset about paying for my own dinner, but I would have liked to know in advance. Because I did travel 2 hours to come and see you and take time out of my schedule because you had to work late. But I wasn't upset about that. What I was upset about, I was like, oh yeah, sure, I can pay for my own. So we figure out the bill, and I'm like, well, I tell you what, I'll put it on my card because I didn't bring any money. I'll put it on my card, and you can just give me the cash. And so he does. And, he goes off on his merry way. And so I go and I put it on my card and, put a tip on my card because I tip people. That's just my thing. I tip servers. I leave good tips because servers. And, a little bit later on, I didn't even think about it. A little bit later on, he gives me this wad of sweaty money. And I counted out. Not only has he shortchanged me, he did not leave a tip for our server. So good thing I paid for it with my credit card, and I more than made up for his lack of tip to our server. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this was such a bomb. This was such a waste of my time. And then, so I finally meet up with my sister and brother-in-law, and I'm telling them what a major waste this was, and I'm sorry that I dragged them up there because this isn't going anywhere. And so they're like, oh, it's fine. We just, we didn't mind. We liked the little excursion. So the best part of the date was going to a bargain bookstore, and I remember I bought Anna Karenina, which is a really good book. It's really long, but it's good. And then we went to Target, and this is the funny part, because my sister is really hilarious. I mean, she's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love her. And we're in Target, and in the front part of Target they have the dollar aisle, and we're in the dollar aisle, and she's standing there, and she lets one go. I'm talking about a toot. So I'm just standing there, and she goes into another part of the dollar aisle, and this was a smelly thing. Oh my goodness, this could have killed flies. And I know if she sees this, she's laughing because she's a funny girl. And I'm standing there. She goes into another part of the aisle, the dollar aisle at Target. And this guy walks into the aisle, and he's like, and he smells, and he thought I did it. I promise, sir, if you're watching this and you remember me, I promise I didn't do it. It was my sister. So that's my story. I got 2 books from the bargain bookstore. I got Starbucks coffee, which, that made up for the horrible date. And then there was another guy that I met through this website where you take a quiz, and he was a very sweet guy, and he was shy, and but there was no chemistry. But he was sweet. I don't have anything bad to say about him. So, with that, I just have to say, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, tell me about your horrible dating stories in the comments. And with that, I'm going to tune out and say goodbye. And thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Bye. Hey, it's me again. I forgot part of the story. On Monday, after the date, because it was on a Saturday night, I get a message through the email system that this dating service has. And this guy thought that we had a good date. So, I'm a nice person, but my evil twin wanted to ask him what part of stiffing me and the wait person and not having a reasonable conversation was a good date. I want to know. But instead, I just said, no, we didn't have a good date. I don't think we're going to work out. And I blocked him. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye again. And subscribe, comment down below, and let me know about your horror date stories. And thanks for tuning in again. Bye. As I said in the last video, this is the picture a guy is going to get if he sends me a message and asks me for breasts. And so I needed a clever picture for vagine. This is the picture a guy's going to get if he sends me a message and asks me for a picture of my vagine, which I get those pictures too. Thankfully, I haven't got any pictures of theirs. Thanks for watching. Bye.